Well, Luca, he's also 3. He's the bigger chestnut, and he is Tula's son. And as far as I know, he has never left this field. He's literally just been here. But he's, yeah, he was the more anxious of the 3 adults. But he's actually now, I would say, he's probably the one who likes to spend the most time with me. So yeah, he's very, very sweet. He likes nothing more just to stand around, does Luca. Now you can come. And you. Come on. Good boy, Luca. Well done. Very good. Very good. Well done. Yes. Such a prince. He's only just been gelded about 6 weeks ago. Where are you going, Luke? And he's the sweetest horse I've ever met. He really is. He's, you know, especially being a stallion, you hear all this talk about them being aggressive, and this horse does not have an aggressive bone in his body. I've never seen him do anything bad to anybody. And I think it's due to growing up with his mum. I mean, he's been with his mum for the whole 3 years now, so I think that has a huge part to play. And I know his father was here as well, so he knew his dad. I'm not sure when and where he went though, I just know he was here when he was born. So I think growing up with his family, he's learnt to be confident, and he has an interesting environment, so he's always had things to do, you know. Having his family and growing up here has made him into such the nice horse he is. I mean, but most horses who are, you know, standard livery horses, you do that and they go, you know, because they don't want people touching them. But he's just fantastic. He's not bothered. I mean, when he was castrated, I mean, you can imagine that was a horrible day, and he was just waking up, you know, and I'm responsible for this. I caught him, I held him while they injected him, all these horrible things happened to him, and it's probably the only day that these, you know, he's never had anything happen to him bad, and in this one horrific day, and literally he was just waking up, and he just walked over to me, kind of staggered over, and he just stood and put his head right here and just stood with me. And I just thought, oh, you know, a lot of normal horses, they're not really interested in spending time with people, but Luca loves people because he's never had anyone do anything bad to him.
He's quite a big horse, so he could easily throw his weight around. And
oh yes, he's got a thick neck. Where he's a stallion, was a stallion, he's got a thick neck as well. I mean, when we did inject him, because obviously he had to be sedated, he did go and he tried to run off, because, you know, obviously there's nothing you can do really to prepare them for that. It's kind of a horrific thing to happen to you, and he did try and run off. You know, he is incredibly strong, but that's the one time that he's ever done anything like that, but he had good reason to, you know. I would do that if I didn't know what an injection was and someone just did one to me, you know, so yeah, he's a lovely boy. And he is, yeah, he's a big horse. He could, if he wanted to, he could really hurt me, but I've never done anything to him that makes him want to hurt me, so we just do nice things. We do his puzzle games, I bring him little snacks like rose hips, he likes those, and sometimes different trees that he doesn't have here, so those are the kind of things he really likes. And he does, he's become quite vocal now. If he sees I've got something for him, big one of those.
So I saw him by the fence looking at the puzzle gear. So is he particularly fond of the puzzles?
Yes, he likes everything. You know, I mean, that's the difference, you know. I mean, if we think about all the horse's experiences and we put them in a bowl, and there's pluses and there's negatives, you know, Luca has got pretty much all pluses, so he's very optimistic. You know, he always thinks, oh, fantastic, good things are going to happen, you know. Whereas if we look at some other horses and they've had a pretty horrific time, you know, not because people are doing bad things to them, it's just that they see they're bad. You know, the horse who's stable 24 hours a day, he's not going to have a very bright outlook, and he's got lots of negatives. And so that horse, they will probably predict the worst. You know, it's like if you say to someone, nice top, you know, some people will go, oh, thanks, I got it for my birthday, oh, it's my favourite top ever. And another person will go, oh God, Rich, do you not like it? You know, I was thinking, oh, I'm not sure about it, you know. So that's the kind of differences we're looking at, and this is all due to previous experience. And also down to genes as well, but that's a whole nother story, so we'll leave that.